me feeling alone. So long, darling. Right here and now, we can try this again. If you're in, I'm in, darling. I'll finally see what I need to be free. Fall from what I was led to, but no holding back, I've made up my mind. Seeing what's next, I'm not sure what I'll find. Holding the key firmly in my hands. I'm looking forward, I know where I stand. And this is it, I've nothing to lose. Now is the right time, I'm making my move. I wanna hide now. You helping me down. I
What's going on, FDL? It's the second night of the weekend with three exciting matches coming up. But before we get to those exciting matches, we gotta get to the exciting caster who is not me. It's Debbie. What's up, Debbie?
Thank you for that. But realistically, you always bring all the hype and that energy. I'm just here mumbling words, getting through the night. You know how it goes. But either way, we do have an exciting match. As you mentioned, we got the Expert League Penguins taking on the Owls. And why don't you tell me a little bit about this match, Galloway?
Well, to tell you a little bit about this match, I first have to break down the two teams. One, we have a technical undefeated team with the Penguins going up against the Owls, who are fighting to make this week 6 an even record for them. And for the Owls, we have a B team going against the Penguins B team. So it's no Thor was reserved, but he just got moved to starter position not long ago. So he's now making his debut as a starter for this season. Be very interesting to see what he does. So we should definitely keep an eye out on that guy, who's also a production member. That's why a lot of y'all will know who that is. Speaking of production, also let's give thanks to Lasagna who's streaming for us before we get into this. Now from the Penguins, we got Mayhem and Zyros, which has been proven to be a good combination against the teams they have played. But there's really not much point to keep going on about this, Debbie. You know why? Because we have the players here with us. They can just show us how it goes. So let's get these players in there. I'm excited to see how this goes, my brother. How about yourself?
Extremely excited. Let's see if the Owls can tie up their season record right here and try to go and move things in an upward swing. Meanwhile, the Penguins are trying to remain undefeated. And they're going to be starting things off here on their side. Thor trying to find a touch, unable to find it. Mayhem, low boost, but Slay doesn't immediately challenge and give up the possession of Mayhem, trying to turn it into a shot, but not able to put his car behind the ball enough for that one.
Indeed, and Thor doing a good job to make Mayhem really back off and reconsider how to challenge it. That double touch, I mean. Now Thor, want to try to take the ball, want to go up a good dribble against Mayhem, wins the 50, goes up the wall, but it's almost out of boost, gets his last touch off on it, and without that boost, unable to do anything else. Zyro's getting a favorable 52 to mid. Mayhem hitting it down, but just barely, not enough to get it into the goal, but to the side. Thor gets bucked by Zyros, however, Mayhem not there pushing it. Zyro's just being a general nuisance to both these players at this point, making Thor get into the awkward position, but good enough to make Mayhem just take it up out and over. And this is some good action back and forth foul shooting here. And Debbie, I really think whoever scores first is not going to be an indication of who wins, but whoever gets the first lucky breakaway or counterattack, or one just makes a fatal mistake by accident.
This could be a fatal mistake from the Owls getting caught out of defense. Luckily for them, Isolate able to get back to that one, but Mayhem, fantastic demo coming out from him to open things up, and fantastic shot, little passing play coming out from the Penguins to open up the score.
Indeed, and I don't know how much it was a passing play as much as it was a demo play too, because Thor just came off of respawn. He literally just got off with his 33 boost, having to rush to the goal to try to be there. It was a good demo that really forced him to have to get there quickly and not be able to set up. It was passing and demo. Just very good, presence from the Penguins on that possession. That said, Penguins still not slowing down, put up some good pressure. Mayhem unable to get a touch though. Slay's going to try to dribble this, gets a pass one, can't maintain control over it. Mayhem getting it past Thor. Now it's going to put this in the 2v1 briefly. Off the side post, and I say with zero boost, it's a little bit lucky that just wasn't on target. Ooh. And Debbie, this is some good action back and forth. Owl's not looking too shabby.
The Owls able to hang on so far, but the Penguins have had good looks, good opportunities, able to set up some plays. The Owls currently struggling to break out of their own half, and that could have been an opportunity, but unfortunately Thor and Slay currently boost starved. The Penguins have had an extended stay. Mayhem trying to get a touch there, but good patience from Slay. It's gonna find a flick. Zyros has to retreat, and this could be an opportunity. Thor goes for it, but Penguins are gonna be able to clear it.
Indeed, and there's been a lot of good pressure. The Owls have to make 2 saves so far, only getting 1 shot credited versus the Penguins having to make 1 shot with their 1 save to their 4 shots. The Penguins have had the majority of the pressure. So this Owls team has not looked bad at all. That ball just floating across the net, but unable to go in nor hit the post. That's going to be an awkward 50, and Mayhem wins it against Slade to make it, or to force it to go in, rather. Or not against Slade, but against Thor, then Slade. And it's really hard in that situation to not just go for the ball. And Mayhem really did an excellent job putting that ball in the position where he had the 50 against the post, and the post was unfortunately not on the outside this time.
Yeah, and it seems like the Penguins are definitely relying on Mayhem to be able to set up these plays, and so far it's working, paying dividends for them as they've been able to find 2 goals because of it. So I think the Owls are definitely going to need to look, maybe shut down Mayhem to try to stop this offensive pressure coming out from the Penguins. This could be an opportunity. Mayhem able to get to it.
Indeed, it looked like for a brief second Thor was going to go for a bump in the back man. If he could have gotten that off in time, that would have just been an open net and go in. But the Penguins doing a good job so far to remain unscratched from the Owls' claws, or talons I should say. Thor getting a great save off of it. I say stuck in the backfield means it's still a 1v2. Thor doing a great job against Cyrus all he could. And then Mayhem forcing a 50 to make it go in with Isolate. And that's just another, not quite a 50, but a counter there that just really has not gone in Isolate's favor. And it's starting to look a little bit dire for this Owls team in game 1. The down 3 goals, 45 seconds remaining. Plenty of time, Debbie. Plenty of time, but with how the Penguins been doing it, it's not going to be easy at all.
Plenty of time, but certainly an uphill battle, and one that they're going to have to climb right here. And that's a good demo from Slay to help open up the field, but Zyro is going to be able to take things the other way. Thor trying to play some defense right here. Zyro is able to slip it past him, and now Slay a little bit awkward. Mayhem waste some time, and this is almost the opportunity that the Owls needed. But unfortunately, the ball not finding the back of the net, and as time dwindles down, it's getting more and more so like the Penguins will be walking away with this game number 1.
Indeed, and this game number 1 does go to the Penguins in a good resounding fashion. Owls not looking bad at all, but the Penguins able to just get the pressure on them a little too strong. Now it's up to the Owls to really adjust to it. They're used to the Penguins now within this 5-minute span. They got to see what they can do. I know this team can do it. Thor might, like I say, he's just showed up as their starter from being the reserve. He can step up here. I know he has that mentality where he can do it. And Slay feels like he's still kind of warming up, if you ask me. So it'd be very interesting to see what they bring in game 2.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, and we were talking about the shots from the 2 teams, or I was a little bit earlier. Penguins really exploding it to 8 shots, limiting the Owls just to 2. That's a huge pressure difference.
Absolutely. We saw some of that Owls offense coming alive towards that last minute there. They were able to get a series of good shots, just none of them finding the back of the net. But Mayhem, out of those 8 shots, 7 of those going to him. So it kind of seems like for the Owls, that's the guy you want to stop down to slow down this Penguins offense. I mean, all 3 goals coming out from them. Mayhem earning himself a nice little hat trick to pad the stats right there. And now all up onto the Owls to tie things up, hopefully in game number 2.
Yeah, hopefully they can do so. But, well, for the Owls, hopefully they can do so. But I'm just hoping for a good match here. We got a kickoff. Mayhem getting it. Thor trying to read it. Go for a quick cheeky touch. Can't quite get it, but Isley beating the defender from the Penguins, and the Owls in the first 10 seconds open it up, Debbie. The good pass back. A good pass past the the back net for the Penguins. Try to say that 5 times fast. I couldn't say it 1 time slow.
Owls are working at lightning speed to try to put themselves on top right here, and now we see Mayhem coming off the wall, trying to slip this one past Thor. Thor able to interrupt it in the air. Now Slay gonna find a touch, getting it down into the Penguins' territory. Zyro's gonna be able to find a nice infield touch down to Mayhem, where the ball clears its way into the Owls' territory, and what a dangerous opportunity coming out from the Penguins. Now they're gonna be trying to slow things down.
They're going to try to, and they get a good demo off right there that really leaves it awkward for them, but a favorable but awkward bounce makes it where the shot goes a little bit wide from Zyros, I believe it was. And now Slay getting a little bit of revenge on Mayhem, pushing the 2v1. Zyros winning that 2v1 though, getting it cleared. They're going for another demo, just keeping this Penguins team honest, trying to show why the Owls are the stalker of nighttime when it comes to birds, my friend. They wait for the perfect moment and then come flying in to seize their prey between their claws or talons. And Slay really trying to put that theory to practice here. Doing a good job though.
Doing a fantastic job trying to keep this ball in the Owls' half. Mayhem quick turn on this one to keep it into play, but Slay is gonna try to get this ball under control. Instead, Zyro's gonna come through with the instant challenge and the shot, but Thor diving save to keep that one out of the net and keep the Owls in the lead.
Indeed, and this Penguins team really doing a good job just keeping up the pressure. Mayhem with low boost able to get the mid and turn on it. He's really trying to slow down the Owls' pressure, which kind of seems like, in all honesty, the Owls just kind of threw it away to buy time. And Thor, after the stop by Slay, takes it, kind of just clears it out. I really would have liked to have seen them take control. They had a brief 2v1 moment. At that point in time, let your teammate get control of it. You rush forward and make things awkward for the back man. Do something like that if you can. However, a little good pass there. And the Owls just getting caught out of... It's not really out of place, but they kind of, because they forced themselves to be there. So they get caught there, they put themselves there.
All the pressure from the Penguins forced to double commit to come out from the Owls right there. It's a little bit too much panic right there. We saw both of the players dive for that, and that was an excellent heads-up play coming out from the Penguins to make that infield pass and execute on it. And now we're gonna see Slay executing on a fantastic challenge, beating out Zyros right here. With the Owls back up.
Indeed, answering very quickly. That's what you want to see from this Owls, who got 0 goals in that first game. Really stepping it up, and at the halfway marker, leading with 2 goals, almost tying the amount of goals the Penguins had all in the first game. Doing a good job this game, really getting the pressure up, getting their challenges smart as well. Thor was unfortunately out of boost, but did make both Penguins respect it because they didn't really slowed them down. Thor getting to clear out, challenges Mayhem in the air off the wall. Mayhem low boost, going back off Slay, going to try and throw it up into the goal, but didn't get it high enough. Zyro's able to clear it out. Thor going to go on that back wall. It's a little bit awkward. Mayhem can put it down. Thor blocking it. Prediction. Slay unable to get there for the follow-up though, and Zyros has now tied it up just under 2 minutes. Debbie, Thor is showing that defensive mindset that I was talking about before the game with 4 saves right now. This man is going fantastic to be a defender. Penguin, they haven't had to make a save yet.
Penguins haven't had to make a save. All the Owls shots going directly into the net. Owls have just been able to catch their defense out. But all tied up. About a minute 30, and I guess I'm just caster cursing.
Well, before you caster curse them into a kickoff goal, let me cut you off for a second. They left Mayhem way too much space. They played a little too patient. Nobody acted like they were going for the ball. Thor with the low boost stayed back. Slay went to the corner. It just allowed him to turn for it, and it's like, well, if nobody's going, I can just bang this into the goal. And just like that, man, the Penguins are now up in this series.
three goals to their name, 1 goal lead. Just a minute about remaining, and this is a good opportunity for the Penguins. Good patience from Cyros. Just can't get it on target. Off the post, but Mayhem also off the post. And the Owls able to slip it past. But Mayhem, foot race and comes out on top. And now Zyro's gonna play it up into the Owls territory. Looking to find a second touch, almost finds it. Instead, Owls double committing on that one. And now Mayhem probably gonna have an open net to look at, but no boost. And that most certainly could have been the dagger, Galloway.
It really would have felt like one for sure. Both of these teams really starting to suffer from low boost at times. Counterattack opportunity. Who cares if you have no boost? If there's no defenders, Debbie. Thor getting the save needed. Gets it past the second man, Zyros. And Slade with his 12 boost pad. Able to clear this out with 25 seconds remaining. Tied 3-3. We have ourselves a game, brother.
25 seconds to either decide a winner or go into overtime. Let's see if they can do it. Mayhem shut down right there. Now Islay gonna get demoed from Mayhem. Now Mayhem with the quick turn gonna test the defense right here. Thor able to send it away and get the savior medal, and this one is dangerous. I'm dwindling down, Galloway. This is going crazy. Are we gonna have overtime?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We're the real winners now. We have OT. Get out here, Debbie. Shut that. Dude, right now, nobody can see the stat line, so before a quick OT goal goes in, let me just break it down. We have the Owls with 3 shots total versus the 16 shots from the Penguins. That's a counterattack, open net. Mayhem able to get back. Now 4 shots for this Owls, and that's the first save, Debbie, that this Penguins team has had to make. And speaking of saves, the Owls with 8. My goodness, brother, this has really been a battle of 2 different stat lines. That said, Owls in a good 2v1 for a brief moment. Mayhem clearing it out, though. Trying to not let it end like this, trying to take it to match point. Mayhem taking it off the wall, gets the shot over the back man. I think who was getting harassed by Zyros, and like that, Penguins taking it to match point with a game 2 victory.
Wow, and what a play coming out from, or what fantastic play coming out from both these teams. Penguins are able to come out on top right there.
Tell your dog to calm it down. He's excited too, brother.
He's just trying to imitate Biscuit from the other night. He's trying to tell me his prediction for this one. He's thinking the Owls come back, reverse sweep style, and get things back on track right here. Maybe going into game number 4.
And we have a timeout.
Yes. The timeout coming out from the Owls right here. Just as a reminder, it's going to be a full 1-minute timeout from the ending of, I guess, the lobby timer, the post-game lobby timer.
Yeah, as soon as the lobby resets, renews into a new one, you get the full 1 minute. And the Owls, I think it's smart. No, I think that's smart calling the timeout here. They did a lot better this game. They had to play a lot more defensively than what they would have wanted to, but it was working. However, it's not sustainable whenever the other team's putting 18 shots versus your 4. I mean, if you're more deadly, more accurate with it, I guess it works as long as you can keep getting the saves. But the problem we were seeing a lot of times with the Owls was they were just running out of boost and then ended up double committing, which was costing them a goal with the Penguins scoring it. So this timeout here will be very crucial for them to just talk it out, saying, hey, look, this is what we're doing. We know what we're doing. We can beat them. We can do this.
Yeah, I really liked what the Owls were starting to implement there in the overtime, playing that bully ball, looking for mayhem, looking to get rid of Zyros, open up the space and disrupt the rotations. Unfortunately for them, the Penguins also caught onto it and were able to execute on that and have Zyros play a little bit of that bully ball. But I think it is one thing that can also work against the Penguins as well. And we've already seen how well the Owls defense can be. So if they're able to find more scoring opportunities and keep the Penguins from finding those large amounts of shots right there, I think we'll be able they could potentially squeeze out a win right here in game number 3.
They can. You gotta hope if you're an Owls fan that they can do it. We've seen that they can do it. It's just a matter of whether they will pull it out. Timeout is over, however, so we don't have to wonder any longer if they will be able to, Debbie, because they're back alive, brother. We got Mayhem getting the first shot off. It is Slay with the save. Zyros banging the center. Thor meeting Mayhem with the 50, but gets a beautiful clear out. Now Slay with the backwards Zyros gets a pass one, and we have the Owls scoring first again. This time 18 seconds in with a beautiful control from Slay. Thor not getting that double commit that we've seen a couple of times last game. Just being patient, letting his teammate take control of it, and just being there in case Zyros can clear it. And unfortunately for Zyros, he could not. Just too good of a shot from Slay. Who's getting another one on target, and it goes over Mayhem. And Debbie, we have ourselves uncharted territory. Owls scoring with 2 goals in the first 30 seconds. They're now out shooting the Penguins.
And we were talking about the Owls having to shut down Mayhem potentially. Maybe the Penguins are going to have to shut down Slay right here in this game number 3, who's off to an explosive start. 1 shy away from a hat trick so far. But now the difficulty comes in maintaining this lead. And if one thing, we know that the Penguins surely can score. We'll have to see if they can do that here.
We got. Oh, go right here, brother.
Now we have Slay with some time. Zyro's gonna send this one to the wall, play it off of the wall. Now Mayhem gonna go up, but Thor up first. Trying to keep this ball into play.
Oh!
And oh!
There's the hat trick, Debbie. Slay reading the play off the corner, doing a great job being harassment there. Just bangs it down off of Zyros, making that into a little bit of an Eagles action. We love to see it, don't we, GM of the Eagles, Debbie?
Absolutely. We love some Eagles action. Might have to sign these guys right afterwards. Sorry, dude. Taking over your franchise.
That's the better bourbon right now.
But either way, it's one thing that I have noticed here on the offense is Mayhem finding the back of the net, finding the infield pass, coming out from Zyros. Excellent challenge. And we have the Penguins on the board.
Indeed, with a good pass out from Zyros, too. Just getting it right over that defender who is awkwardly positioned and just able to stop the bleeding, which is what you want to see from this Penguins. But the bleeding is not over yet with Thor putting a shot on there, trying to make the cut run deeper. Zyros getting a save, however, now Thor almost dunking it on Mayhem. Slay unable to get there, and somehow it did not go in, and it's going to be a counterattack opportunity from the Penguins. Debbie, I thought that was going in.
Handled well by the Owls and potentially counterattack.
Oh, Lord.
What a play.
What was that about bully ball, Debbie?
The Owls are coming alive in this game number 3. Like you mentioned, that bully ball coming into play. The Owls completely revitalized with a 3-goal lead.
Indeed, and it really comes in not just, of course, Isolate, who now has 3 goals and Thor scored 1 as well. But Isolate getting that defense or that offensive demo. Like I said, it looked like he was warming up that game 1. Game 2, we started seeing more of it, and now in game 3, he's really coming alive. Thor trying to get the dribble off, but no boost to really get true control over it. Loses it, and Mayhem able to save the open net. Excuse me. Now we got Thor going up for the defense, but Mayhem unable to put it on target. Isolate goes for the boost, doesn't get it. But Zyros is also low boost, unable to punish him for it, and now we got a race to the corner that goes up, favorable for Thor. Thor going to try to drill it past Mayhem, does so, but it's wide. And this is looking to be a Owls team on fire right now, trying to spread it and melt the iceberg. And at this rate, they can keep up this kind of pressure, Debbie. They're going to start cracking it.
And one change that I have noticed that I am really liking from the Owls is that they are not
Uh-oh.
hesitating and they are challenging with full confidence when they're on the Penguins half. They're not giving them that time and space and respect, but Mayhem doesn't care. He's gonna find a second goal right here. About a minute 51 remaining. The Penguins are still in this one.
Indeed, able to take advantage of a counterattack opportunity given to him by the Owls' second man going too far forward. You cannot get comfortable against this Penguins team. That we've seen what they can do games 1 and 2. A 3-goal lead is a good lead to have, but it's not a safe one, especially with 2 minutes remaining in this game. That said, Thor doing a good job waiting until the teammate can respawn, slowing down what the offensive pressure from this Penguins team can do. Slay getting it up over the crossbar, but Zyro's already on the back wall, but his low boost able to get a good touch. Slay now trying to put it into the corner, but cannot control it. Zyro's clearing it out, taking it to the other side. Trying to get bumped for his troubles, and Zyro's trying to really keep going, but we got a roll 1, Debbie! We have a roll 1!
And we've got Mayhem and Mayhem versus Thor in the 1v1 right here. This is a huge opportunity for the Penguins. They got their A player in a 1v1 against the C player for the Owls. An excellent bait, but not a lot of boost here for Mayhem. Regardless, he's going to be able to close that one out and bring the Penguins within 1.
Indeed, just like that, just under a minute remaining, we have ourselves into a familiar territory to a certain degree of the Owls being ahead with a goal lead. Penguins still very much in this, still very much deadly, especially with Mayhem going up trying to score off the kickoff. Slay, however, being back, we'll see if he can beat Zyros to it. He does, throws it on target. Zyros awkward save. Thor's just going to throw that, but cannot sink it. Goes off the post, and you hate to see that from Thor, who did a good job rushing to get there. Now Slay getting bullied by Mayhem, letting Zyros just 1v1 against Thor. Thor, awkward positioning with no boost, just gets scored on, and 32 seconds remaining, Debbie. It's a tied ball game. This Owls team, which was on fire, now having to stop the charging rampage or charging slide of this Penguins team.
Might have overdone it a little bit, having to put out some fires of their own here. And that fire is ice cold. It is the Penguins. 20 seconds remaining, all tied up here. Zyros has excellent patience on the last play. See if the Penguins can do something yet again. They're given a lot of time and space, maybe trying to force the overtime. And the Owls, Slay just demoed by Zyros, and this is gonna slow down the attack. And we have overtime here.
Back-to-back OTs, brother. OT. Thor on offense. Trying to get the pressure. We got a roll 1 on the wall. Zyros gets bumped off. Slay couldn't score it. Mayhem trying to own goal. What is happening, Debbie?
Oh no. That was the opportunity. Slay has to be kicking himself, but overtime has only just started. You need to have a memory of the goldfish. You need to keep going. Don't give up any silly mistakes. And the Owls with all the pressure right now. Zyros excellent 50. Actually going to finally take things into the Owls half. Mayhem looking for a redirect. Thor has to play this off of his back wall, but unable to find the touch. Puts Slay in a compromising position. Now, the Penguins knocking at the door. The Owls defense holding on strong so far.
Indeed, the Penguins low boost, but a misplay allowed it to be open. Zyros unable to sink it though. Slay's going to try to calm it down, but we know how Zyros plays. We know he's going for a demo, and sure enough, there it is. Now Thor, in the only man back, gets a great 50. Slay tries to control it. Zyros puts the pressure on. Slay missed the boost. He's not going to be able to get there, but he's going to pass that center. Thor's up for it. Hits it off the crossbar. Mayhem, low boost. Cannot beat Slay. Slay hits it off the post. Zyros trying to control it in the air, gets a ground pinch, but Thor meets him for a 50. And Debbie, this is just insane. I say misses in the air, leaving Thor into a very awkward position. And like that, from all the opportunities we have seen from the Owls, the Penguins managed to slide themselves into the victory circle, getting the sweep. not how I thought this was going to go when it was 4-1 at one point, but nonetheless, a good game showing for the Owls, especially with Thor stepping in and as a starter. And well, I mean, it was just a shot difference, not as crazy this time as a difference because the Owls just just shy of tying the Penguins with shots.
Yeah, I was gonna take note of that. I was gonna mention that I was actually with 11 shots, but then right as I was thinking that Penguins getting the 12th and final shot of the series, closing things out, they're gonna continue their undefeated record, moving up to 6-0, and I'm pretty sure all but confirming playoffs at this point. I haven't crunched the numbers just
Yes,
yet, but
6 victories, 6 wins secures playoffs, as I've been told. I haven't crunched it myself, but so I'm kind of flying by the night, hoping that's correct info. But it came from Chris with a K, who's known to be wrong all the time. So it,
yes, but if
it's
I
just
am
yeah. Sorry, I was about to say this comes from him, but who cares about Chris? Because we have Mayhem from the Penguins with us. Mayhem, break
Uh,
down the victory screech from that game 3.
uh, it was a very tough match. There was a bunch of times I don't know. I thought we were lost, but Zyros toughened it out. We managed to come back. Very tough team. Islay is really crazy with the offense, just the ball aggressiveness, and Thor is basically a brick wall.
He definitely looked like he worked for Fort Knox, man. When he was there, it was hard for anything to go in unless he was low boost and doing shadow defense, which is a difficult position to be in. Which is how y'all took advantage of a lot of the defense too. You, you got yourselves in a 1v1 or 2v1 with Thor was backwards or I say was awkward. You would catch the defender from the Owls in an awkward position, and y'all were able to just mech it in somehow. How much? I saw you did your team passes like you are kind of known for, but when the Owls really start stepping it up, game 2, how much did you say? Okay, we got to step it up ourselves, or what do we have to change?
If Islay's near the ball, don't let him be near the ball for much.
Is
They
that why
real
Zyro started demoing him all the time?
Yeah, um, like they really changed it up game 2 when we just weren't ready for the first half of the game, and we spent the whole second game just talking about what to do and just talking about how we can't let Islay have the open field and try to or in awkward positions so he can't play defense. Just trying to do everything we can and just doing the quick challenges, trying to pass it to each other, hitting it off each other,
Hmm.
and it really ended up working out to our favor near the end.
I'll let you get in there, Debbie. I know you got some questions, brother.
Oh, oh, go.
oh, absolutely. So, going into this match, did you guys have any plans going against the Owls team or anything at all?
Not really. We hadn't talked a whole lot just because a lot of us have been pretty busy this week. One of our players, Jackson's, he's been gone all week, and then
Mm.
Zyros has just been busy, so we haven't been able to really game plan a whole lot. Like we knew this team was going to be tough. Like we've talked about it past weeks, but like we had a really good warm up as well. We had we scrimmed our Penguins origin team, and they were actually a pretty good warm up. Shout out to Button.
Speak,
Uh,
Actually helped out a good bit.
yeah, speaking of Bud, he showed up in chat right as y'all were winning game 3. So it's no mighty convenient timing from that guy, if you ask me. If he was helping you warm up, where was he the entire time? You should bully him for that. You got
and
any more
speaking of
questions? Ted?
yes, I just had one more question. So speaking of tough teams, you guys have the Hammerheads next week. Another team who's pending the results of this week, they are currently 2-3. So they could either move up to 3-3 or 2-4. Do you guys have you guys discussed them yet, or is it just you guys take things at a weekly basis?
Like we've chatted a couple things about some of these other teams about like what the game plan is, but for the most part, like we don't get heavy into it until the week of.
All right,
Understandable.
fantastic.
Well, one more question for you, and really and truly, this ain't as much of a question as just me want to give you the floor, brother. Anybody you want to shout out, just call out, or just say, "Hey, I know that person." Is there anybody you want to talk,
Or
throw their
maybe
name
call
out,
out any
Uh,
teams that you want to face.
or casters you love? Hey,
well, you guys did great as always during like the timeout stuff. I was just listening to you guys talk during the stream, so y'all did great as always. Shout out to the Owls for showing up, playing really well, really tough match. All the other teams that we're gonna be facing this season, I look forward to it. The Hammerheads, the Griffins, Vipers, and Gators. I can't wait. They're all gonna be tough matches. Uh, I see all of the people that were in the chat that were spamming my name. I appreciate every single one of them.
spam this ham for mayhem.
Yeah. Shout out our Origin team for giving us a good warm up. Shout out Zyros because he wasn't supposed to play this week. Our other player was supposed to, but something
Mm.
happened and he wasn't able to. He had a flight get delayed. So Zyros showed up last minute on his dad's birthday to play and get the dub. So shout out Zyros, the GOAT captain.
Heck
Well,
yeah,
heck good.
we love the FDL community just being wholesome and coming together, seeing a team be a team and function. Of course, shouts out to Flushy, general manager for the Penguins as well,
And shout
running such a
out
smooth
to
operation.
yeah, and shout out to Zyro's dad as well for letting his son get away. Good job, Zyro's dad. We love you. Well, that said, Mayhem, we appreciate you showing up, man. Great series. Give Zyros our love when you do get the opportunity to talk to him again. And carry on, man. Carry on.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. And that said, don't go nowhere, FTL community. In 18 very short minutes, we have a Star League match. We have the Unicorns taking on the Lobsters. Lobsters trying to claw at the mythical horn of the Unicorns, but it's the home field of the Unicorns. They ain't going to just go down without a fight. Me and Debbie will still be here. We got nothing else to do. We're boring. We got nothing going on with our lives. Nah, come on back in 18 minutes. We'll see y'all then.
Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power.
Infinite power. infinite power.
Infinite you're feeling alone. So long, darling. Right here and now. We can try this again. If you're in, I'm in, darling. I finally see what I need to be free. Far from what I was led to, but no holding back. I've made up my mind. Seeing what's next, I'm not sure what I'll find. Holding the key firmly in my hands. I'm looking forward, I know where I stand. And this is it, I've nothing to lose. Now is the right time, I'm making my move. I wanna hide now. You the night. The city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on.
Welcome back, FDL, to another exciting hour. Woo! We have myself again, joined by Debbie. What's up, Debbie?
I'm doing good. Nice little break, but we're right back at it this time, bringing some Star League action where we have the Lobsters taking on the Unicorns. Both of these teams tied up 2-3. It's definitely going to be an interesting one, Galloway.
Absolutely. It's going to be I think it's going to be a real good slap fight of the two teams going back and forth. At least that's what I'm hoping for, anyways. But who needs to hope when we can watch? Let's get these two teams in there, and I say let's just watch the show, pop some popcorn.
Absolutely. And we had a fun series in our last one right there. Even though it was a sweep, I don't think the series score really explained how good and close that series was. We had 2 overtimes, and I'm hoping that maybe we have the same or just as competitive of a match. And it looks like Lobsters feeling extremely competitive.
Indeed, Ollie getting a good shot right off the bat. Bounce shot. I don't think Finer was ready for the bounce. I think he was expecting a ground pinch, but he didn't have the boost to get there either way. But it does not really matter. Ollie with a good first shot, and really not a whole lot you could talk about whenever 20 seconds going up and the shot already goes in. But it doesn't really matter. We got two great teams going at it, especially with Ollie getting met in the air by Finer. But Finer getting the tap down to his teammate Ray, who's low boost, unable to really get it down, but it's still a good shot. Abondo getting the save, but Ray doing a great job beating a nuisance. Finer beating the defender, but Ollie takes it, throws it towards net. Bondo recorrects it, but it goes off the post, and oh, Debbie, that was such a beautiful shot attempt and a great dunk here, but able to go wide.
Yeah, and of course, with us jumping up into Star League, we're seeing way faster play. But both these teams, regardless of it being Star, they're both just playing fast in general. And right now, the Lobsters trying to take advantage of the Unicorns, who were a little bit in disarray at the start of this game. Right now, they're looking to settle into the rotations, and they're having a breakaway opportunity here. Ray almost sneaking one into the back of the net, but Ollie able to keep it out.
And a good way too. We've always, I feel like we've seen every time the star team on the unicorns have gone up. Oh, Bondo getting to 50 against the post and able to keep it out. Finer standing in the corner but can't control it. But to go back to what I was just trying to say before that shot happened, it always feels like the Star League from the Unicorns always has a slow start where they warm up stronger as the game goes on. Ray, proving that almost to be the case, not able to quite get it. Backs off, gets bumped here, and it's going to be a 2v1. Ray's going to just fling it towards the net, and it's just another save in that bottom corner. They just absolutely love it. And nobody's there. Oh, this Unicorns team fighting hard to get a goal, and it's just the stars are not aligning yet, Debbie. But it's going to happen here. With Ray getting it past the defender. A little taparoo over on the hood, and like that, we have a tied ball game.
Tied up ball game, and with a little bit of a, what I would say is a caster's blessing. You know, you coining the original phrase and putting it
Well,
to
thank
work right there.
Thank you very much.
Unicorns tying up the the game at number 1 here.
Yeah, Unicorns, my bank account is in the info. Oh, what a good stop by the Lobsters. However, nobody's there in the corner. Ray's going to get it past the one. Ray's getting it past the second, but it gets 50, giving Ollie time to get back. He's now going to try to control it. Little on boost, though. Finer just has to get out of the way. Ray puts it on target, but Bondo gets back in time to save it. And you know, we've been saying Bondo's name wrong the entire time, Debbie, and I don't think anybody's really caught on to it. It's Bondo Frowny Face.
Bondo sad face, but nothing sad about that. One goal lead here coming out from the Lobsters. Unstoppable pressure is going to break through the Unicorns defense on this one.
Indeed, and that's a very good pass from that Lobsters. Able to get that second goal and regain the lead again. However, Finer's going to get control of this ball off of kickoff. Going to take it off the wall. Gets it past one. Grabs the boost again. Gets it past the second. Ray unable to get there in time to put it in. And Bondo doing a good job taking it away from both of these Unicorn players. 50 and his teammate leaves it open. Ray just has to put it in target. Can't get it past the crossbar. One of the strongest defenders in this game I have ever seen. It just never moves, man. Never moves.
Oh my gosh, what a defender. And the Lobsters trying to test the defense right now of the Unicorns. Ray trying to get away here with no boost. Gonna need Finer to assist him right there. And Ray finding a shot, testing the defense, but Ollie finding the savior medal instead. His defense is tested and true.
What a save that was. I wasn't sure for a moment if it was going to be a known goal or a great save. And what a beautiful save. A dunk by Finer makes it where Ollie has to make an awkward save. He gets it though. Coming down to a minute remaining. This Unicorn's fighting hard in this corner, trying to get it to happen. But Ray, low boost, backs off. Lets the Lobsters clear it. Going to play the patient game. Finer gets demoed. Bondo gets to 50. It's just, that's a little bit awkward what's happening here, but it works out for the Unicorns who are able to get the clear. Bondo with low boost, can't get it past the defender. However, Ollie's back to clear it, make both of these Unicorn players flee backwards. Now both are incredibly low boost after that double commit, and that opens it up for Bondo to get his first goal and to give him the safety net of 2-goal lead with 31 seconds remaining.
Yeah, fantastic patience coming out from the Lobsters to recognize the panic coming out from the defense of the Unicorns right there and take full advantage. Just let them go for that double commit and capitalizing on their opportunity. Now making the job even tougher for the Unicorns, but Finer finding a good center. But Bondo able to send that one to safety. Now Ray's turn to try to set something up here, finding the ball center. Finer.
Oh, no.
I don't think my camera was able to catch it, but maybe a mechanical error. I did hear him go up.
I think he accidentally backflipped, my friend. He got caught up in the accidental backflip, which just, you hate to see it, left it wide open for the Lobsters to just throw it down, giving Bondo his second goal. And I have to say, Unicorns not looking bad, but Lobsters looking a little bit stronger in this game one and securing it 4-1. Well, it's not over with yet, but I'm pretty sure it's me. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's me 4-1.
And indeed, Lobsters taking game number 1, and I think it was a really close one between these two teams. Lobsters right now having sent in their A lineup, while the Unicorns are sporting their B lineup. But regardless, still a close matchup. I think there's room for improvement to come out from both of these lineups.
Indeed, and there's room for improvement, but they're pretty much even-footed. The score doesn't reflect it, but they're pretty much even-footed because if you look at it, both teams have 9 shots apiece. How they're distributed is a little bit awkward and weird, but 9 shots apiece. 5 saves coming out from the Lobsters versus the 4 of the Unicorns they've had to make. It just shows the Lobsters were a little bit more deadly and precise with those shots. When they took them, it's a little bit of a better shot. Lobsters just really showing up a solid performance for this game one. Unicorns, like I said, and as it happened in game, they start to show up as it drags on. So I think we can start to see, or I think we will see a Unicorns team on fire in this game too.
Absolutely. I mean, going down in the series, hopefully they had enough time right there to come up with a game plan and come up with a response for the Lobsters, and we'll have to see it come to fruition. Ollie, can take some time, take this one to the air. Finer meets him, able to find a second touch and corral the ball over onto Ray, who has a 2v1 opportunity, and Finer with the bump. Gonna clear the path, and Unicorns off to the lead.
Indeed, and just a beautiful bump by Finer to really just open that up. And that's what you want to see. Like I said, it's gonna be Unicorns coming out on fire, just galloping away, creating trails of smoke behind them. That said, Finer at low boost has to get back for a low boost shot. Wins the 50. Ray's now going to get that flip reset, I think. No, he never quite got it. Allowing Bondo to just clear it away. Finer's going to put it to the corner, or attempt to at least. But does a great job recovering and getting the save off that wall. Now just another boost, however. Ball gets a little too far away, allowing Ollie just to pop it up out of his reach. Very unfortunate for Finer that Ray could not get a more solid clear because Ollie was just waiting right there and it just landed right in his hood. And we have a Lobsters goal.
That tied up ball game. Almost just a little bit over 30 seconds in.
Oh, no.
Oh, the
Not like this.
back pass does not work in favor of the Unicorns. Oh, no.
You know, it's as contrary to popular belief, surprise back passes often don't work as well. But we're still love them nonetheless. But with that said, we have a Lobsters lead. So 2-1, but now Heiner's going to get a pass from Ray and tie it up just as quickly, saying we do not care. We have made up for it. You will not get one over us. It's going to be us doing all the action. And what do you know? They just really stepped right back up.
It hasn't even been a minute yet, and we already have 4 goals coming out from these two teams right here.
Did I not call a slap fight? Did I not call a slap fight, Debbie?
You did, and Ray finding the flip reset. Unfortunately, not going to amount to much for the Unicorns right here, as Finer has to play a little bit of defense. Not the best touch, but another fantastic save. Finer with the recoveries and second.
He showed a fantastic defensive wherewithal. I had it in my mind. Wherewithal. He's showing fantastic on that defensive recoveries, man.
Oh, absolutely, and fantastic cut. Set up right here. Can he finish it out right there? Oh, looks like Ollie might have had a chance, but a mechanical error instead for the Lobsters going to lead to the Unicorns' lead.
Indeed, and this is hard to read. Whenever somebody's just spinning around in there so many times like that, quite how that's going to hit off their car. Finer able to just pop it higher than what he was ready for, man. Unfortunate for the defender, but a great shot nonetheless. Bondo now getting smacked by Ray. Finer carrying it over Ollie, but it's now low boost where Ollie gets that corner. Going to try to dribble it, grabs the other corner. Going to take it off the wall, away from Ray. But Ray reading it from the midfield, but Bondo beating him. Finer getting the save. Now the Lobsters trying to keep it on their half. Finer almost just beating them flat out and giving them the open opportunity. Finer going to go for the redirect. Gets it off the backboard, but Ray, no boost, has to back off. Grabs the mid, going to try to take it into an awkward position. A great bump by Finer there, Debbie. Because Ollie was going to come in and try to get that 50 right into the net. This Unicorns team is doing a great job throwing pressure and aggression on the other team when it's needed.
Yeah, my director cam following Finer
Ooh.
right there, who was denying Bondo as much boost as humanly possible. And now we're seeing the effects of it. Finer gonna take over, gonna find a nice little hat trick. Fantastic setup from Ray. Keep possession, keep the Lobsters on the defense. Finer keeping that boost hidden away and finally able to take advantage.
Mm-hmm. And this is what I expected coming out of game 2 from the Unicorns, especially after the game 1. They're going to step it up. They're a team that always comes alive the longer it goes. This Lobsters team is a very solid, very strong team. I expect great things out of them as well, but that little bit of a mistake could cost them. Finer's low boost, unable to do much with it though. Ray can't quite control it, gets challenged a little too early. Bondo gets around 1, takes it to the corner. Gonna try to pass it out, gets it out. Finer unable to get the clear. Ollie's gonna throw it towards net, and that's just gonna go in. If Finer can't get there, Finer unable to get back in time. And Debbie, we have our 3rd goal from the Lobsters. We have a hat trick. Right? Yeah, hat. I'm having a stroke here, Debbie. We have a hat trick.
We have a hat trick coming out from Ollie. We have a hat trick coming out from Finer. Who is next? Possibly Ray. He already has 1 goal. And we already have 7 goals here, just past halfway.
Ooh.
Now, Bondo threatening another one right there, but the Unicorns defense able to walk out on top. And this could be a counterattack breakaway opportunity for the Unicorns. Ollie able to play just enough interruption into it. Oh. But the shots that the Unicorns are bringing out are definitely scary.
Indeed. Oh, this could turn into a counterattack. Goes off the back wall in a very awkward position. Finer getting the pinch, but not quite how he wanted it on target. And now Ray doing a little bit of a fakeroo, that's what we're going to call it. Just makes Bondo slow down, giving Finer more time to push it into that corner. And both these teams are really just putting it all out right now, especially Bondo reading that touch, throwing it behind the defender who is up far, getting it in there for a tied ball game. Now both teams with 1 player at 3 goals and 1 player at 1 goal.
Yeah, and that was a fantastic play coming out from the Lobsters, recognizing that Finer was trying to beat nobody there on that play.
Kick off fake.
Yeah, or maybe a fake, indeed. And them taking full advantage. Now tied up ball game, but Ray gonna find an excellent flick. Oh, center, but Bondo able to handle it. Now Bondo trying to play it out of the corner, but able to play it past Ray, but Ollie not gonna commit to that one. Instead, gonna try to slow things down in the midfield. Just about 40 seconds remaining in this one.
Both players goes up and it beats him. Ray beats him in the air for the goal. We have a Unicorns lead coming down to 33 seconds remaining. That was a good job getting up by Ray, just beating the defender. Or not, well, at that point, not the defender. He was going for offense. This is a good dunk right there.
How can they hold on to it? It's been a shootout this game, quite frankly. And just under 30 seconds remaining. We have Bondo passing it up to Ollie. Ollie looking for the shot, but not enough speed. But the speed doesn't matter when you're barreling down towards your opponent in a Fennec.
That's very true. A beautiful job by Ollie to dictate how that ball is going to go off the car. And yeah, I called a slap fight. I think it has elevated into a shootout instead, like you said. And man, I have to wonder though, Debs. I have to wonder, will we get another goal? There's only 10 seconds remaining, but yeah, I find it to be likely that we could, especially with the dunk by Ollie on Ray.
Oh,
30 seconds remaining.
oh my gosh.
What a dunk.
What a 50. What a dunk coming out from Ollie.
Who says
I mean,
lobsters can't fly?
he sure did come down like a rock on that one.
Yeah, he did.
Unless the Unicorns can turn this one around, looks like the Lobsters will walk away with a
Uh-oh.
2-goal lead, but this could be an opportunity. Oh.
Oh. And like that, Debbie, when we thought just maybe, the unicorn was going to come alive and get that last second 0 second goal. Instead, Lobsters able to hang in there. Even though Finer reached the 1,000-point club, Lobsters have taken it to match point with this G2 victory. And I want to break down the stats a little bit with you, Debbie. 10 shots from Ollie to 4 with Bondo, with only 2 saves having to be made out of all of it. Unicorns, 8 shots. Unicorns, 8 saves. I mean, the shot quantity is still heavily favoring the Lobsters. It shows how deadly the Unicorns are, make it this tight with so much less shots. But the Lobsters are really dictating the pressure game. It's hard to say that when both teams are doing so good, but they're dictating the stat line.
Absolutely. I mean, like you mentioned, the Unicorns shooting deadly, but the Lobsters are with that crazy amount of shots coming out.
I think we got a card change here too, if I'm not mistaken, from I believe there was Ray. So this will be interesting to see how that affects the gameplay, or at least his gameplay. But we got our game 3 starting. We have Lobsters who wins the kickoff. Bondo going to send it off the back wall. Ray flinging it up high in the air. Finer already up. Hit the second touch, however, goes straight down to Ollie, who had Ray waiting on the backboard for it. Able to clear it away, gets it past Bondo, but it gets awkward positioning from it. Finer's going to go for a 50, can't get it past Ollie. And it's just cleared out. Ray chasing down the ball. Bondo clearing it to his side to his teammate. Excuse me. Ollie not trying to dribble it in. And already some good high octane match in the first 40 seconds, but no goals this time.
Both teams not skipping a beat, just going and playing extremely fast, looking for their opportunities. They're not necessarily concerned about really slowing down this pace of play, and I'm all for it.
Yep.
Finer right here gonna have some time with the ball in the air, looks for the fake, gets the flip reset, but Bondo, fantastic save, able to stay with that play through and through. Will remain tied up still. Oh no, never mind. Galloway.
Debbie. So about that tying up you just said, Lobster is taking offense to the fact that you think that they're tied up, and they're just instantly flinging it in with Ollie getting a beautiful, powerful shot into that net, going to pass the defender, and now Unicorns going to be on the back foot first this game. However, Finer taking it off that wall, not going to be daunted by it at all. Ollie challenges, gets past Ollie. Finer gets bumped into the air, which works into a dunk, but he has 0 boost. Can't do anything with it, but Ray just waiting for it. Able to still win it here. Going to take it off the wall. Going to try to get it center to his teammate, but it goes up the wall, which Finer is ready for it. Gets a good pass out center, but it's cleared out by Ollie. This could be a counterattack, Debbie. If Ollie can get to it, he can. Bondo, yeah, I think it was in, but it was heading towards that post, and we've seen that post be very awkward for some offensive people tonight. So Bondo's securing the goal, we'll say.
Securing the goal and securing a 2-goal lead here for the Lobsters. And Lobsters already have everything they need to win the series. They are up 2-0 here. 2-0 in game number 3, and Bondo just missing a little wide there. But I mean, regardless, they only need to kill time, and this is another excellent time killer right here. As I
Oh,
through the smoke screen, that one went wide, and yeah, I mean, as
oh
previously
no!
mentioned, the lobsters,
Oh no! That was
the
the
lobsters
double eagles.
cannot oval.
That was a
Oh
double
my!
eagles. Both lobsters eagled that in with Ray. Both lobsters had a hand in eagling that Debbie. You should sign this team up. Tyler BK, who cares about that guy? Oh, this could be dangerous. Finder opts to go for a bump instead. Unable to get it, and the ball gets cleared away. Ray in the air, gets to 50, goes for a flip reset, gets it. Can't get it over. Ollie, though, didn't get the hit off of that flip reset quite right. Finder now having to take it back to his corner. Going to try to take it off the wall, gets it past Bondo, who decides to back off. Goes for the ground pitch, but is met by that very same Bondo, who now flings it on target. Ray clearing it out before it can be counted as a shot. Unable to get the second touch, however. Ollie now going to try to take it into the air. Gets it over Finder, and we have a 2-goal lead with the Lobsters. Now 3-1.
The lobsters going absolutely crazy. Ollie, fantastic setup, nice little pop up, air dribble, going too fast for the unicorns defense. Didn't expect him to. We didn't expect him to. Think attack with such precision.
If there's one thing I've learned from watching this series, man, never count out an Ollie touch, especially when he has time to get the touch he wants to get. That said, Bondo trying to get it towards his teammate in the mid, can't quite, but Ollie going for 50 and gets the bump, puts it there. Finer, however, clears it out, racing down, gets the boost. Tries to flick it mid, which thankfully he didn't because Ray was just waiting there. But gets cleared out by Ollie, who now 50's Ray, but cannot win it. Ray hitting it over to his teammate who's low boost. This could be very dangerous if Ray did not grab that mid boost, which he did. And now Ollie just there, forcing another Eagles moment, this time out of the Unicorns. Lobsters now up 4-1, and we know how this Unicorns team is, but that's going to hurt right there. Minute 18 remaining, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, fantastic aggression coming out from this lobsters team. Looks like they've been able to find their stride. They've upped the aggression. They're matching the scrappiness of the unicorns team, and they're just able to come out on tops very consistently. They were able to grab a bump on Finer that on that last play, which made him backwards, which led to that play. But
Ooh.
Ray, oh, unicorns, just almost there, just not able to find a goal of their own. But this could be it right here.
Yep. Finer doing a good job sacrificing his body, Debbie, to get out ahead of that last man from the Lobsters. Getting it over to his teammate who, thankfully for the Unicorns, was able to hit the open net. The toughest shot in the game. I dare you to prove me wrong. And like that, Unicorns are still in this game. Will not be easy, but we've seen how hot they can be. It's still very much in this, especially with 40 seconds remaining.
Ray with an opportunity there, but instead Ollie's gonna find the touch, send it into the unicorn's corner. Now Finer trying to play it out of the corner, off the wall, finds it and looking for the pinch.
Oh,
Finds the pinch, but just off the target. Ollie gonna play this out of his corner, being patient, drawing out one defender. Now has a 1v1 looking for the fake, but Finer doesn't fall for it.
indeed, and as time's counting down, and with the ball going in, that's going to make it a done deal for the Lobsters, unless the Unicorns can pull out some fairy dust or something like that and get 3 quick kickoff goals. I think we have ourselves a second sweep of the night, Debbie.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately for the Unicorns, at a certain point, they just have to start sending all their offense. And unfortunately for them, oh,
I really wanted that
Yeah.
in.
it seems like right here when they kept sending 100% of their offense, they unfortunately just kept finding the crossbar and posts like that. And the Lobsters playing absolute precision on their opportunities, as we can see the 5 goals to their name to end this game number 3 and complete the sweep over the Unicorns.
Indeed, and we're going to try to get these Lobsters players in here, but in the meantime, let us break down how that series went. Unicorns fighting extremely hard. The difference, I feel, was just Ollie really stepping up for the Lobsters team, fighting hard, not letting it get carried away from them, or allowing the Unicorns to get carried away. And it's just a very hard fought series from this Unicorns, but Lobsters showing that their shell makes for a very solid defense. And speaking of Lobsters, we have both Bondo and Ollie in here. Boys, welcome to the Victory Circle.
Thank you.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está? No, English, Ollie, I can't do that. Debbie, I'll let you start us off, brother, before I get a strike against me.
Gotcha. Well, I did have a question. I'm trying to remember it.
If you need more time, brother, I can step in.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
So my first question, Ollie Bondo, I want you to just name your favorite thing about Debbie, and then I want you to rag on him for forgetting this question. Nah. How would that game feel? A sweep always feels good, especially against a team that fights hard like the Unicorns were doing, get some insane pressure up there. Was there at any point you felt like you had to change to adapt to the Unicorns, or did you just stay true to what y'all know best and just kept going forward with it?
Just let Ali cook.
No,
That's my
Hon-
game plan.
yeah, honestly, it just really went well today. We were both playing really well. Our comms were nice. We were both, high energy. So
I can definitely feel the high energy in these and so far these very short responses. I can just feel it ready. Nah, I missed it. No, let Holly cook. You did. You were a perfect sous chef, though. We're not going to undersell you, brother. You did some great work too.
I was there.
Hey, being there is better than someone who wasn't there. So,
Yeah.
hey,
That,
you still
I
did
didn't.
something right. No matter how much you say you didn't do anything, you still did something by being there.
Oh yeah. Definitely didn't feel like it was one of my best performances, but still did enough to win. So
I mean, you got Ollie just cooking up the master chef that even Gordon Ramsay has to cry about being so happy. It's it's hard to do much.
yeah.
You're good, Debbie. You got your question.
Yes.
All right, take it away, brother.
So what I was gonna make note of earlier was how precise and clinical you guys were playing, and how in game number 2 it basically came down to an all-out shootout between both of you guys. But it seemed like despite the shootout, the plays and control, the plays that you guys were able to get off were very clinical and precise. So it felt like even though the pace of play was always speeding up, you guys always felt ahead by a step, and I was
Mhm.
just wondering if you guys felt the same way.
I think for sure. I don't know. It was more of the thing that we were having fun with it instead of like stressing out and stuff like that. We were kind of just freaking out every time we, get a goal and yeah. I don't know. It was just fun.
Yeah, it was great vibes the whole time. I mean, if one of us makes a mistake, we're not like clowning each other for it. We're just keep going, and it just works.
Not to mention, I don't know. I was just bigger today, so.
Yeah, that dunk was something else. I don't know.
Man, there's at one point, Ollie, where you took into the air off the sidewall on the left hand side, where I think it was Ray who was on defense. You took it off the wall, kind of got away from you for where Ray was going to try to carry it away, and you just dropped out of nowhere just to dunk it on him and put it into the net.
Yeah,
Man,
that was.
I know pigs can't fly, but man, I didn't know lobsters could fly.
The great thing was when he did that, there was 3 seconds left. So when he did that,
Uh,
I was like, let's go.
It was. I don't know. I just, been hitting the Rocket League weight room recently, so I mean, there's not much more to say.
Deb, you got any more questions for these two knuckleheads?
No, sir.
All right, well, I got one more for you then. Bondo, Ollie, I don't know how much y'all look ahead in the season, but first, before we get to that, for this team here from the Unicorns, how much game plan or how much strategizing did y'all do beforehand? Or did you just say, hey, kind of goes
Last,
into my question earlier, just, hey, play our game?
yeah, our last time playing together was our last time we got swept on stream.
And now you're the ones doing the sweeping.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That was our first time playing together since that last series, to be honest.
Ah.
And that was I think
So-
2 weeks ago.
So whenever y'all two are on the field, expect a sweep, one way or another.
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, do y'all look ahead any at all to what your next team is, for example?
I
Because
do a little bit. You know, we got the
next week y'all
rematches
have
coming
Eagles.
up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Eagles.
and then we got the rematches afterwards.
Yep. This Eagles team. Have y'all talked about them at all? Like, I know you said a little bit, not much, but Eagles are kind of on fire this season. Is that a worry at all, or you confident in yourselves? Just gonna knock it out.
Yeet's my boy, but I'm gonna lock him down this season.
I don't know, man. I kind of just show up. So
Now, let me say this before y'all start really ragging on the Eagles. Debbie is the GM now, so
Oh, yeah.
rag a little bit harder if you need to.
yeah, I don't know, man. I just work here, so
Just here making $1.05, right?
Yeah, no,
Indeed.
Eagles are definitely probably one of the scariest teams, I'd say, but you know, I'm pretty good friends
It's
with Yeet,
just
so
Just because he's here, don't
Yeet.
brown nose. Don't come on now.
yeah. But you know, I'm pretty good friends with Yeet, so I'm gonna try to give it to him when we play him.
A cool deal, boys. Well, one last thing. Do y'all want to give anybody a shout out? Anybody y'all want to say, hey, mom, to? Or
Yeah, shout out
the floor's
Hawkish.
on y'all.
Shout out Hawkish for being bad.
I mean, I can second that one. So
I mean,
Take that, Hawkish.
and shout out Brother, he's a free agent. Someone pick him up.
This is the last week to do so because roster lock happens next week, if I'm not mistaken, right, Debbie?
Yeah, he's a 15-8, but like, you know, pick him up. He's cracked.
Yes, it should be. It should be next week when roster lock takes place. I think we'll see an official announcement for it. But yeah, week 7 should be the last week.
10-4. Well, boys, fun series. Glad y'all could join us. GG's to y'all. Love y'all. A fun interview. That said, we have one more match coming up at 10 o'clock, going up to Elite League. We have the Griffins versus the Vipers. I will not be returning, nor will Debbie. You will have 2 new casters. What is this blasphemy? They've booted us. That said, it's still going to be fun. You got awesome Bill and Ken. That's always a fun casting. This has been Galloway for FDL. See y'all in 20 or 19 minutes.
Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power. infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power.
took me down, had me feeling alone. So long, darling. Right here and now, we can try this again. If you're in, I'm in, darling. I finally see what I need to be free. Far from what I was led to, but no holding back. I've made up my mind. Seeing what's next, I'm not sure what I'll find. Holding the key firmly in my hands. I'm looking forward, I know where I stand. And this is it, I've nothing to lose. Now is the right time, I'm making my move. I wanna hide now. You night. The city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on.
Hello, FDL. Hope you're having a good Saturday night. We're here with our final game of the evening, the Vipers versus Griffins in the Elite League. I am here with my good friend Ken. How you doing tonight?
I am doing pretty good, as you said. Got some Elite League action. Two teams pretty close in the standings. Pretty close overall, I'd say. Should be a pretty good one. You know, thinking maybe 4 or 5 games. You never know, though. Elite League, anything can happen. These players are very good at the game, you know, as you would expect. So we will see, as I think we should get them going into the game for game 1.
Fantastic. All right, we've got we've got Lil Spoon and Costin for the Griffins. We got Juicer and Blouse for the Vipers. Spoon and Juicer taking the kickoff. Oh, looks like Juicer not able to get the jump there. A little late on the join. Costin takes it into the corner, beats Juicer over the top. Juicer comes to get control, pops it out in front, but Costin is able to steal. Gives it to Blouse with a 50 that is maybe going in, and it goes in. First goal goes to the Vipers, 16 seconds in.
Yeah, Costin tried to carry that, no boost. Really just an awkward spot. Blouse recognizes pretty quickly that he has an opportunity and gets a great 50 there, right into the net. I don't think Lil Spoon was expecting that, and you know, it's hard to expect that. That was a very strong 50 out of the Vipers there.
Yep, absolutely. As Blouse takes it from Costin. Costin with a little challenge. Juicer goes up on it, pushes it to the wall, looking for a pinch. Doesn't quite get it, but does get it past Spoon. Costin takes control, but Blouse pops it over just a little too much for Juicer, who has no boost. Costin takes it into the corner, but Blouse takes it back up in the air as both the Griffins retreat. Spoon goes in for that low challenge towards the end of that carry. Juicer takes it into the corner. Costin plays it off. Costin taking it down, gets past Juicer, is in the corner. Spoon is there for the shot, but he can't get it off. An amazing touch from Juicer to keep the lead for the Vipers.
Yeah, it was a great attempt at a passing play. Costin recognizes he has a little space. Gets a really good touch off the walls. He might have a shot here. That was pass 1, pass Blouse 2, and that's a goal for the Griffins to equalize this game. And Costin all over the ball in the offensive half so far for the Griffins.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of risks. You see, people at home can see that boost level these days, and Costin is really staying up there with low, 10, 15 boost and getting some plays on. It cost them early, but it's also the reason they got the equalizer here. As Costin plays it off the wall, going back, Blouse able to take that. Costin gets the boost and goes. Spoon taps it around. Costin there for the shot and gets it in. Juicer not able to get back on the retreat, and Griffins with a quick 1-2 punch to take the lead here just about 90 seconds into game 1.
Yeah, what a great pass from Lil Spoon there. It gets the first touch. I think he got a reset there off the corner. Reads it really well and just puts it right there for Costin. And the Vipers defense, I mean, it's really hard to fault them too much for what happened there, because you don't necessarily expect that pass to come through the way it did. And especially at that pace. And they were definitely starved for boost too, so they just in no man's land. Costin's going to score again. And just the pressure in these corners is definitely something the Vipers have to figure out how to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're also seeing a little bit of some broken rotations here. I think Blouse could have headed more directly for far post, realized that Juicer was in the challenge there. But hopefully we can see the Vipers get a little bit of rhythm as Juicer and Costin go on the kickoff. Blouse looking for it, doesn't get it. Spoon takes it off the wall. Blouse now has it, going into the corner, abandoning it for Juicer. A little bit of a miscommunication gives Costin a chance. Blouse able to break it up, goes in for the 50 with Spoon. Juicer able to take that. A little bunched up are the Vipers there, but they survive. Costin taps it over. Blouse is there to try it, but does not get it. Costin taps it low, goes for the shot there. Juicer able to push it back, but not far enough. Lil Spoon comes in and gets his first 4-1 Griffins.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing some breakdowns from this Vipers team. That's a really good spot for them if they can get a clear. You know, both Griffins pushed up as far as they are, but they weren't able to get the clear. Shot gets put behind Blouse as he's rotating through. And just some of these, you know, small movements they're making are not putting them in the right place to be able to save the ball. Shot from Costin, but that one at least will be saved away by Blouse. But this ball doesn't feel like it's left the Vipers half in probably a good minute and a half, and that is a real tough thing to deal with, especially in Elite League with the pace that these guys can play at. And they are really struggling, but I think, you know, we've seen some signs of life on offense from them as Costin gets another 50 just to make sure that this ball is never leaving this half.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been all Griffins the last little bit as Costin goes in, almost gets goal number 4, but it is not to be. Lil Spoon controlling in the corner. Juicer able to break that up and give it to Blouse, who comes in, but Spoon with a heavy demo to get Costin back possession. Costin plays it past Juicer. We're now in a 1-on-1. Costin with a carry and a big 50 on Blouse to get that 4th goal. The Griffins have just been dominating play here. Like you said, it feels like we've barely seen the ball in the Griffins half since the Vipers got that first goal. What do you think they need to do different here to make an adjustment, send a little bit of a message going into game 2?
I mean, a lot of it is just they're getting touches that aren't really that productive, and some of that is because they have to play at a little faster pace, maybe because of how quickly the Griffins are challenging. But a lot of these touches, you know, aren't getting. They're playing for control, but not maintaining it well enough. So I think they need to decide either boom it more and just get it out of their half and use that to get boost, or play closer to your own car. Blouse might have a shot here. Has a demo attempt. That ball's rolling. The Costin's there to save it. And I mean, good idea. That was definitely one way that they can get some offense going is, you know, that demo play. Really smart. Just didn't quite work out the second I was able to get back, but it's a good idea from them.
Yeah, absolutely. As Spoon comes down there carrying, gets broken up a little bit. Costin misses. Spoon able to take it here in midfield. Blouse with a challenge, turns it into a 50. Juicer goes for a 50 there with Costin, but does not get it. Blouse able to knock it off, but it's right into Spoon's path. Lets Juicer take, pushes it over into their corner. Costin able to take it at midfield as it comes around. Juicer going into challenge, low on boost, not really getting anything there. Luckily, the ball comes out for Vipers. Blouse able to come in with a big carry and a huge bump on Costin to get that goal. That was a pretty goal there from Blouse.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the dangers of getting caught in 1v1s in Elite League with how much these people can, you know, control the ball and just be creative when you give them a little bit of space. You know, these one-on-ones are pretty much constantly going in the offense's way. Great shot there from Blouse. Austin tried, made a good effort on that ball, but just wasn't able to get to it. And, you know, it's 30 seconds left. Shot there from Costin's going to go wide. And as the clock ticks down, you have to think Griffins take game 1, but some things that Vipers definitely can look at to take into game 2, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, when we look at their goal early, they really could have dictated the pace of play there, I think, a little bit more because they got that goal plan smart. And we still are seeing a little bit on the defensive end for the Griffins, or rather on the offensive end, where they don't really have a man back quite as much. They're willing to get both guys really up in the rush, which makes for a dangerous offense, but that's a pretty dangerous equation to be running on all the time there. Well, looks like Blouse just hopped out. Hopefully he comes back in a second here. Have to monitor that situation. But I think, you know, a little... Oh, there we go. He's back. But I think a little bit of that smart play and realizing when you have those 1v1 opportunities and you can really put some of your offensive skills on display and get some goals up, because that really led it for Costin. And, I think playing a little bit tighter, a little bit smarter, we see a different outcome potentially for the Vipers.
Yeah, it's definitely a some things I can take away from it. I think for the Vipers, a lot of it is they were caught in their corner, both players struggling a little bit. A lot of the times, some awkward rotations. If they clean that up, I think the boost will come for them and they'll be able to match that pace a little bit better. So that's definitely something for them to look out for. If you're the Griffins, if it's the Costin show tonight, you're feeling pretty good because he looked really good that game. I mean, things slowed down towards the end, but that was pretty firmly in control by Costin.
Yeah, absolutely. When you see a lead like that, you're most likely going to see the team up there maybe take their foot off the gas a little bit. All right, we're into game 2 here. We have Spoon and Juicer for the kickoff. Juicer gets a win. Not sure if that was a fake or a beat on Spoon there. Spoon takes it up. Blouse able to knock it away. Goes in for a 50 on Costin that he wins. Costin able to recover and carry it onto the far wall. Goes up, comes off the ceiling, but gets nabbed by Blouse. Spoon able to deflect it off before it gets too dangerous. Spoon up here and throwing it forward. Costin coming in with a demo on Blouse, but not able to get the one on Juicer. Ball goes up in the air, no one on it. We have both Blouse and Spoon. Spoon opts not to challenge. Blouse goes in. Spoon gets it there. Blouse able to knock it over for Juicer to take a shot on. It's wide. Costin able to push it to the far wall where there isn't any Vipers waiting. Goes up but does not get it. A great start to a passing play there for the Vipers. Doesn't quite connect, but that was a lovely play there on offense. A little bit different than what we saw at this time in game 1 for the Vipers.
Yeah, it's definitely a really good idea. Creative play there from Blouse, and we're seeing the Vipers use this space a little bit more now that they have some breathing room. And it's really important that they can maintain this and just create something off of it, because as we saw, once the Griffins get that pressure, it's really hard to take away from them. Costa with a flip reset, Blouse plays that smartly and manages to get the save. And the Vipers have a breakaway chance here. Blouse playing it slow, beats one, beats two. Spoon on the wall, can't make the save, and that's going to give the Vipers the lead.
That's what I'm talking about in the intermission. That is smart play. Look at how patient Blouse has to be there. It makes the perfect read. He knows once he gets past Costin, Spoon's on the wall. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was
All right,
really we're seeing this creative play out of the Vipers. Once they have the space, they definitely can use it. It's just can the Vipers maintain enough space to be able to?
Absolutely, as Blouse knocks it off there, trying to create some of that space you're talking about. Juicer goes in one-on-one with Spoon. Spoon able to get the 50 out. Blouse comes off the wall, following it in the air, but Spoon off the ceiling, able to intercept. Costin looking to put one on the backboard, but Blouse able to clear that off before Spoon can make it dangerous. Spoon pops it over Juicer. Blouse able to knock that out. No one's going for it on the Griffins. Blouse goes to challenge. Spoon just gets there. Goes for the 50 with Spoon as well. Spoon gets the demo, but not the shot. Costin plays a really smart 50 there. Puts it on goal, but just wide. Costin putting it up into midfield, going back for control. Not really getting too much. Carrying it over to the far wall for Blouse to challenge. Spoon up there. Blouse now real far back, slow on retreat. Juicer goes for the save, doesn't get it. Costin not able to finish up. We're definitely seeing a little less rhythm from the Griffins this game.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job there of maintaining some pressure, but just couldn't quite finish it off. And Costin here with a shot, gets past one, and that ball's going to go in. What a weird carry from him, that just off the bar and down. I don't think the Vipers expected a shot there.
No, definitely not. He had a little bit of a fumble, you'd think. Probably thinks he's losing it, maybe going to peel out, let Spoon come in for the challenge, but he's able to recover and puts it high for a real pretty one to tie it up with just about 2 minutes left here in game 3. Blouse controlling off the wall, but Spoon comes in and intercepts it. Juicer getting boost and trying to play it in the corner, gets demoed. Blouse able to rescue it for the time being. Costin still on with the challenge, but Juicer there to play off the 50. Ball is up in Griffin's corner. Spoon playing it out to the middle. Juicer gets beaten by Spoon high. Blouse able to recover. Goes for that side boost. Juicer with a shot on that's just wide. Maybe had a little space there if he could get that a little more centered. Costin able to control off of Blouse. Carrying it up the middle. Flicks over Juicer. Juicer able to turn that into a recovery. Get back post and challenge this to push it out for Blouse. Spoon able to knock it into his corner. This is such an evenly matched game. This is night and day, I think, from the experience that we saw in Game 1.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if some of these adaptations the Vipers may have made keep going and get them that second goal they need to win this game. As Juicer up in the air has a really good 50 there, but can't quite get the shot on net. Spoon will take this to the corner. And I think it's really important for the Griffins now. You know, you've had some sustained offensive pressure. You got to convert at one of these places. Maybe a good passing play. Might have here Costin with a shot off the backboard, but shut down by Juicer. Really good job on the backboard from him there.
Yeah, absolutely. The defensive play from the Vipers has been really, really notable as Blouse comes in with another one of those big one-on-one plays, and we saw it to snap that scoring streak in Game 1. We see it again in one-on-one, gets that pressure, that contact right on the goal line, and is able to 50 that right in. Beautiful goal from Blouse.
And not a ton there Spoon can do. I mean, he's full boost and he goes for it and he gets a touch, but there's just too much momentum behind that ball. And it gives the Vipers the lead. They have to hold it for 30 seconds. They definitely can. We've seen, they've shut down this Griffins the offense pretty well so far this game. We'll have to see if they can hold it for another 10 seconds.
Absolutely. We're coming down to the wire here with a 1-goal lead for the Vipers. Spoon takes it into the Vipers' corner. Blouse goes up on the wall to knock that away. Costin is on the side to get it. Blouse plays it high, just trying to get the clear. We're down to 0 seconds. Gets that 50 onto the ground, and Vipers take Game 2. Now, I don't know if they're listening to the stream, but it looked to me like the Vipers took just about every word of our advice and played a very, very different game there.
Yeah, no, they definitely did a much better job. I think most importantly, shutting down Costin and making sure that it was not the Costin show as we saw in Game 1. And I think they did a really good job of getting their offense running a little bit smoother and just making sure that they were not caught in that no man's land of trying to control it, but also not keeping it close enough. We saw some great control out of them, both clearing the ball and going for some really good shots. Blouse, especially, that last air dribble goal dunk on Spoon was picture perfect, really. So really good signs from them. The Griffins, I mean, that's a game you can probably be pretty happy with. Your defense looked really good. You just got beaten one-on-ones a couple times, but it just wasn't quite there offensively for them that game.
Absolutely. And so as we go in here to Game 3, I think we're definitely going to maybe see a little bit more of a response from the Griffins, try and shut down a little bit more of what the Vipers were throwing at them there that was breaking up that offense. We'll have to see if the Vipers can stand strong and play that smart game, that defensive game, get those one-on-one opportunities, maybe take a series lead here. We're down to a best of 3 as we come in on Game 3. Costin and Blouse taking the first face-off. Spoon cheats up and is going for this on the wall. Gets that boost that Blouse wants. Juicer able to come in on the challenge and 50 that back to Blouse. But Costin able to get it quick. Blouse taking it on the wall. Costin and Spoon both pulling back. Costin now coming in to challenge, but Blouse able to pop it over both, but wide, unfortunately. Juicer on the wall, but loses it to Spoon, who comes in here with a nice little flip around. But Blouse able to neutralize that and get the demo on Costin for an open goal for Juicer. 1-0 Vipers.
That was a roller coaster there. I mean, Spoon really looked like he had a really good shot opportunity, but it gets saved away, and the demo comes out immediately, and that is the most productive demo you could get. Just immediately opens up the entire field, makes an easy goal for the Vipers, and gives them an early lead in Game 3. And, I mean, it's a really tough spot to be in for the Griffins, There's nothing you can immediately point to that's like, they're really missing or messing this up. It's a lot of just they're getting beat in the small things, and the defensive rotations are. I mean, that one's hard to blame on the demo, but I mean, their demo plays definitely are not working as well as the Vipers are.
Yeah, absolutely. We are seeing, I think, the games get a little bit more physical on both ends. We'll see if that does start maybe tilting towards the Griffins, as it's been a little bit all Vipers, especially towards the end of the last game and the start of this one. We've got a ball popping up in midfield, coming down near the Vipers' end, but unfortunately for Costin, he is not able to connect on that shot. A little bit of a misplay on D there for the Vipers cost them as Spoon pops that up, sees a little bit of a two-stack sitting far post, and goes in, gets the smash goal off of Juicer's touch, and ties it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, you can't give somebody in elite that much space. I think it's pretty easy, analysis there. Don't give him that much space next time. When you do, he's going to score that 90% of the time. Too much creativity, and a really good dunk for there. I mean, it's hard to tell what exactly he planned on doing, and it works so well. Juicer has a shot on net here, gets the double off the sidebar, and that is going to give the Vipers the lead again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we saw a little bit of a breakdown from the Vipers to give that up. And then we're seeing a little bit of a breakdown there from the Griffins. We got Costin over on that big boost pad. Lil Spoon fully playing up, not realizing the threat that Juicer poses there. And they're able to snatch that lead right back from the Griffins as Juicer comes in with a big bump on Spoon to neutralize a shot attempt. Costin neutralized as well, but it pops back out to Spoon, who is able to shoot that in to tie it up again. This is an absolute shooting gallery right now.
Yeah, Juicer there just really caught with nothing to do. No boost. Sees the corner. Probably doesn't realize exactly where Blouse is, or just knows that he has to hope for a miss either way. That's a kickoff goal for the Vipers. Never mind. I'll shut up. That's just unlucky for the Griffins. What a kickoff from Blouse. Full confidence from Juicer. Sends that ball right past both Griffins and whack to a 1-goal differential again.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta wonder if the Griffins there might want to. I've noticed they play a really, really hard sheet on the kickoff, and I know that's always, that can be a good play, but they've had a couple of moments like that where it's looked a little dicey off of those kickoffs. Gotta wonder if they're gonna make an adjustment there. Especially if this ends up being a trend and Juicer comes in. 4 goals on 5 shots so far for Juicer. Juicer is out shooting the entire Griffins team. Two assists for Blouse. I don't want to discount Blouse's play because it's been really solid, but Juicer looking fantastic this game.
Yeah, I mean, we hadn't really seen a lot of him the first 2 games, it feels like. But this game, he stepped up, Spoon with a shot, saved by Blouse. And that was just, he really just bullied Spoon there on that goal. Took his boost, as there's a pass to Blouse. Blouse is going to put that in. Don't know where the Griffins were on defense here, honestly. I feel like maybe they're boost starved or something, but they just were not back for defense in time.
Looks
Really at all.
like they both took the wing. I think boost starve is definitely the answer, but not really playing with much awareness of one another. They both took the big boost on the wing, and it definitely cost them. We got a little bit of shades of game 1, but with the opposite team, raining the goals on here, as Juicer able to pull that off the goal line and go up for a 50 against Costin in the corner. Spoon now there challenging. Blouse coming up over the top, trying to stay with it. Gets the boost. Costin's going to be a little starved out here. Gets another touchback. That's another time where the Vipers are opening themselves up for a shot opportunity by playing it really smart when we see both those Griffins up.
Yeah, definitely could have got a little differently there, but they, I think they're fine not to push the pace too much here. And just play smart, controlled, and shot there from Costin isn't going to be too much of a problem for Juicer, who is really all over the field this game. I know we said it earlier, but this game from him is a statement game, it feels like, after the way the first 2 games went. This is absolutely Juicer stepping up, making the plays he needs to for his team, and this ball's going to drop down. Might be a shot opportunity. Spoon's up, and he does get the touch. I think 50's that off of Blouse if I know how to read anything.
Yeah, think that, yeah, and that's another okay. We're seeing a lot of this on both sides in these games. A lot of going to the corner, not quite as much awareness on the retreat and on the clear as we maybe want to see, especially from teams at the Elite League. But both teams are also able to capitalize so quickly and so effectively on this. So I think, I'm a lowly Origin player, and what might look like something to me as time to recover in Elite League, you just do not have that kind of space. And a fantastic play off the backboard there from Juicer for his 5th goal of the game, and he has an assist. So contributing to every single goal the Vipers have this game. Can't say it enough. Playing fantastic. I think Blouse was really the MVP for Vipers from the first 2 games, but this is all Juicer.
Yeah, that really feels bad for Costin on that play. He's just sitting in net. He's like, I have no boost. I have too many different angles to cover, and he just picks one, and he guesses wrong. But that's not anything you can fault him for. That's more the way that the team was positioned just left him out to dry completely. And the Vipers did a great job to punish with some creative backboard plays there. And as the clock ticks down, 30 seconds left, feels like it's all the Vipers here. And we really need to see some of that offensive magic that we saw in the first game for the Griffins if they're going to take the next game, I think, or else this will be a four-game series in favor of the Vipers.
Yeah, absolutely. And Rocket League can be such a cerebral and such a mental game sometimes. So you gotta hope that, mentally the Griffins are staying in this. Ooh, as Blouse almost piles on a 7th one there. But as time ticks down, we are seeing Vipers take game 3 to take the 2-1 series lead and put the Griffins on their heels and at the risk of losing match point here. What do the Griffins have to do to see game 5?
Well, I mean, you pointed out at one point, some of those rotations towards boost might be leaving their defense scrambling just a touch too much. It's a tough thing to balance because they need that boost to be able to make a lot of these plays that they want to for these big clears. And at the same time, if you're leaving your net wide open, that's a problem. And we've seen that the Vipers can punish that really well. I mean, honestly, they're getting the offensive opportunities. 7 shots is definitely not too bad, but it's just some of them weren't always the highest quality. A couple times where they probably could have been a little bit more patient and use those mechanics that they have. And I think, look back to game 1, what worked well was Costin running the offense. I think get him playing first man, playing with a bunch of confidence, and they can come back in this. But the Vipers just need to keep doing what they're doing because they have looked really good the last 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to have really figured the Griffins out, but we'll see if the Griffins can keep our night going as we go into game 4 here, waiting for everyone to join up. Looks like we're going to have Costin and Juicer taking our first face-off here. Unless I don't know my left from my right, I do. I'm really good at directions. Spoon on the midfield wall there, challenging against Blouse in the air, gets a 50, gets a bit of a win, but doesn't really maintain great possession. Ooh, almost an own goal from Blouse in response to that to try to block Costin's shot. Luckily for Vipers, does not go in and rims out. Blouse gets a clear over midfield, but Spoon is able to collect it, goes up and misses a backboard shot. Oh, and Costin hits the crossbar, but is there for the 3rd touch in for the Griffins to take an early lead in game 1.
Yeah, you feel
Game 4.
Juicer there is just watching the ball. He's like, who's gonna hit it? There's too many angles for him to defend. That's a rough spot to be in as a defender. So many opportunities for them to score, and the Griffins do a good job to capitalize. That ball's gonna get sent off the post. Really close shot there. Would have equalized the game, but instead Griffins will maintain possession. Oh, cut off by Juicer, but sent to the corner. Costin should be able to control this ball. This will slow down the game a little bit, but really good opportunity there for the Vipers so they can just get a little bit more going.
Absolutely, as Costin picks it up in his own end, flicks it up, but Blouse able to neutralize that. Bounces off the wall in a little bit of a dangerous way. Juicer there for the 50. Wins it against Costin. Ball up in front of the Griffins net. Juicer goes for a second touch. Doesn't quite get what he wants. Knocks down to Spoon, who gets a clear out on an open net and gets the second goal for the Griffins. 2-0 Griffins in game 4.
Yep, Juicer went for an early challenge there, got beat, and once he commits to that first attempt, that's a free goal for the Griffins. You know, that first touch has to work if you're going to go for it. And it's not a terrible idea, but it definitely did not work out that time. And they get punished for it. Spoon has it in the air, has a carry, but shut down pretty easily by Juicer. Shouldn't amount to too much as this ball... We're seeing shades of the first game here with just how much pressure the Griffins have been able to develop in that Vipers half.
Absolutely. I will note the difference to me is that Spoon seems to really be driving things. I mean, we obviously Costin had a massive game 1, but it looks like Spoon is kind of taking control of the show a little bit more on offense and is giving the Vipers a lot of trouble back there. As Juicer carries it over, Costin 50s it far and wide. Spoon ignores the 50, gets boost, and plays it off the back wall from Blouse. Juicer goes up to challenge, but misses that challenge. Juicer taps it to the middle away from Spoon, but it goes right to Costin. Costin carries it easily over Blouse, and we've got 3-0 Griffins now in game 4.
Yeah, Costin did a great job to recognize one defender back. Blouse is already halfway across the goal, so if he just puts that behind him, there's nothing that can stop that goal. Really good carry. Impressive display there. Gives the Griffins a 3-0 lead in this game 4 that they definitely need to win, being down 2-1 in the series. And, you know, they've made the adaptations. We'll have to see what exactly it leads to in the rest of the game, but so far it's definitely looking good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing a team that wants to give us a little extra Rocket League tonight, and I am fully in favor of that. Oh, and the luck is just not on the Vipers' side, as that is the second ball this game to hit the goalpost and come out for them. A few lucky bounces, they're maybe back in this, so they're getting their chances, and it's good to see. But as Blouse carries it up here, gotta think the Vipers are feeling the heat a little bit. Spoon knocks it on the back wall, but misses. Costin opts not to play that. Lets Juicer touch. Juicer follows him into the corner. Gets a little touch around. Blouse is there to bother Costin on the goal line. Costin able to knock it wide. Spoon comes up on that midfield wall. Blouse 50s with him. Oh, gets demoed by Juicer gets demoed by Spoon as Blouse now boostless in midfield trying to play for time. Juicer back alive, able to come up there for the 50. Blouse playing it a little slow, not necessarily the best idea against a player like Costin, but able to break it up. Juicer takes it off the corner wall, taps it over. A little bit of a miscommunication there as both Vipers come together. Not quite the same Vipers team that I think we saw the last 2 games.
Yeah, it seems like the pace might be as picked up again from the Griffins or something to that effect, because they're just never really getting an opportunity to influence the play the way they want to. As Blouse is going to take this, we've seen a couple, misses that we might not have seen the first couple of games too, so that might be part of it, just that pressure mounting. Attempt there, can get sent away by a little Spoon, and Costin should have a really good shot here. Fakes one, but Juicer's there. Uses all his boost though, so this play's going to keep going, and the Griffins will just have even more pressure. Ball will be stuck in this half again. We've seen a lot of demos this game in particular, it feels like. That's something to watch for Game 5 if we get there.
Yeah, absolutely. As this series go on, I feel like I've never done a stat breakdown on this, but my gut says as the series goes on, you see more and more demos coming in. And more goals. It looks like Costin completes the hat trick with just under 10 seconds left to go on a nice flick. And we're seeing Costin and Spoon have so much more space. And like you said, they're really driving a fast offensive first game. And when the Vipers can slow it down and play at their speed, they win, they get goals, they keep pressure up. But man, those Griffins, when they're putting the pedal to the metal, looking really, really tough to beat. But we've got a game 5. What's your prediction?
Oh, prediction, huh? It feels hard to go against the Griffins just because of what we've seen they're capable of. It's definitely a pretty close one in my mind. But I'll go with Griffins in game 5 if they can play like they did this last game, because they just completely controlled the pace and were never really in a ton of danger. So if they can do that again, I think it'll be really hard for the Vipers to take it.
Absolutely. I'll just be an arbitrary contrarian and say that I think the Vipers, they haven't lost 2 in a row, whereas the Griffins have lost 2 in a row. We've seen they know how to respond. We've seen they can control the play when they want to. So I'm going to say Vipers get the response here. I'm thinking a low scoring, maybe a little bit of OT. But either way, we are in for a very, very exciting Game 5 Elite League Saturday night to end things off. No more Rocket League after this, folks. Let's get it going. We've got Costin and Juicer on the kickoff. Game 5 starts here.
Yep.
Juicer takes the win there. Blouse knocks it away from Spoon and takes up the wall, but Spoon able to recover, whereas Blouse lets it go. Juicer tries to get the save, but Spoon just hammers a 50 home. 8 seconds in, Griffins take the lead before Blouse and Costin even got a touch.
Yeah, you might have liked to see Juicer challenge just a little sooner there. Full boost, Blouse is coming back around on that rotation. You probably can go a little sooner and get a better 50. And this is not the start the Vipers were hoping for.
Definitely not. This is raining goals so far from the Griffins. Just 13 seconds in from Lil Spoon, making an argument for being the number 1 player on the Griffins in this series for sure. Blouse takes it on the midfield wall. Spoon with a challenge. Blouse tries to carry Spoon with a 50 over into the left corner for the Vipers. Juicer beats Costin on the wall in the corner for the Griffins, but Spoon able to defuse that before it can pop around. I'm not noticing in this game and the last game, and I know this game's a little early, but I'm not noticing too much offensive creativity from the Vipers. I thought we saw a little bit more of that in the games that they won and late in game 1, and it looks like to me that we're missing a little bit of that. Have you noticed something like that?
I mean, yeah. Ooh, that's probably one Juicer wants back, but I think a lot of it can just be attributed to, they're not getting the ball in spaces where they really can be that creative. It feels like they're not getting the opportunities that they had in games 2 and 3, and maybe that's because of the pace they're playing at. Maybe it's because of the way the Griffins are challenging just a little sooner and shutting down those plays. But you're right; we haven't seen a lot of that out of them. A lot of those creative carries in the air and forcing, difficult 50s out of the Griffins, and it definitely was really one of the keys to their success. So we'll have to see if they can find that again in these last 3 or so minutes. But definitely all Griffins so far. Although it's slowed down considerably after that, the 2 kickoff goals to start off the game. Costin has it carry here, gets a really good flick, and as I'm talking,
Yay.
besides, we're actually still going.
Yeah, Costin decides to get on the board in game 5 as you jinxed it a little bit. Vipers now right back on their heels, same place they were in game 4, not where they want to be, looking to turn things around here and stop the onslaught that has been the Griffins over the last 5 to, we'll call it 7.5 minutes. Spoon in the air in midfield, goes for a bit of a flick in the air, doesn't quite connect. Juicer challenges Costin. Neither of them quite have boosts, but Costin wins that 50. Blouse stops Spoon's shot in the crease, but Costin goes and knocks it into the Vipers' corner. Juicer playing in the Griffins' corner now with it. Spoon once again neutralizing it. The Griffins are, to me, a little over-reliant right now on those simple roll the ball over type of goals. Not seeing a lot of midfield passing, not really seeing a lot of coordination from the Vipers.
Yeah, I mean, really good carry there from Spoon. Low boost, but that doesn't matter when the other team is forced to make a challenge at some point. Gets past one, the second one's rotating back, can't quite get there, and 4-0. It's going to be rough for the Vipers to come back from this just based on what we've seen. Blaus, chance to be creative here. Gets a good first touch, that's a second one, and that's going to be a carry into the goal. And signs of life.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about offensive creativity, and we're talking about a team that never really wants to be counted out, that was scoring goals late even when they were down 4 in game 1. That's the Vipers' identity so far this series, so nice to see from Blouse there, turning up the pressure on offense, making them get up, making them, trip over themselves. That's how you're going to get goals with a team that is as tight as this. Oh, it looks like we have Blouse stuck for a second there. All right, retreating. Not sure what happened there. Hopefully not a connection issue that could spell real trouble late in Game 5 as Vipers try to make a comeback. Costin on the midfield wall gets 50'd by Juicer. Little Spoon able to control that in the corner, but Juicer with a bit more pressure. Spoon still following. Oh, and taps it away from Blouse for an open goal for Costin, who smashes it in for his second and Spoon's first assist. 5-1 Griffins. Things are looking bleak if you are a Viper.
Yeah, I mean, just all the space in the world. Maybe a bit awkward challenge from the Vipers creates all that open space. They're definitely going to convert that one, and there's still time, but it's a rough ask just because we've seen that the pace may be just a little bit of a problem for the Vipers. As good challenge there. We'll keep the ball in the Griffins' half, and they'll have an opportunity, but Blouse hits it into the air, takes a flip reset, might have a shot here, but I don't think he has the boost to really do too much more. A good beat, but again, I think they're just pushed a little bit too far up. This might be an open goal for the Griffins. Puts it down, but all right, the Vipers will have a chance to collect, and really got to get something going quick. They want any hope of coming back in this game.
Absolutely. As we get that 1 minute warning, we are coming up to the wire. Down 4. It really looks like the Griffins did exactly as you predicted and stayed with that absolute furious high-speed pace that won them game 1, that won them game 4, and it's looked like it's going to win them a very, very close series. Now, I'm not the type of person to necessarily say, oh, this is that lineup, this is that lineup. But I do want to commend the Vipers here who are coming up with a B lineup against the Griffins A lineup, which is a very, very talented A lineup. And they stayed in this 100%. They made good adjustments. There's some strong play there. They just got bested as it came down to the wire. But a really fantastic series as we count down. Juicer knocks it away, and this series is over as the people start to vacate. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get an interview here with our winning Griffins. We'll have to see if that happens, but Griffins, weathered a storm there and then really, really put on a show to get that Game 5 win.
Yep, that was really good out of them. Recognizing, maybe some of those pace issues that they dealt with in games 2 and 3, and that they really could just outpace the Vipers at times and make sure that they weren't able to create those offensive opportunities. And, it's always impressive to watch a team come back after losing 2 in a row like that. So, definitely commendate, good for them. But you're right, it was a good showing from the Vipers, even if they did not get the win. Taking this lineup to Game 5, I mean, this is probably one of the scarier A lineups in Elite, if I had to, just based off of salary and the players knowing how good they can be. So definitely good showing from them, even if they didn't get the win.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, those that Griffins team really high salary when you're playing the A lineup, and it definitely shows as a high skill team. Again, really got to commend Vipers for staying in there at every inch, and they got so close. You got to like how you're playing. I believe this is going to move Griffins up to second in Elite League under the Gators, who may or may not still be undefeated. I am not up to date on all the Elite League happenings, and
They are
neither
not.
is the website.
The Gators lost earlier in the week.
Oh, the Gators lost. All right. And I don't think that we're going to be getting an interview here, unfortunately. So, with that, we've got a huge win from the Gators over the Vipers in Elite League. This has been a fantastic series for myself, for Kin, for everyone in the production staff. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic night, and we will see you at the same time tomorrow for some more FDL. Have a great night, everybody.
Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power.